Tomorrow I start my new gig, and I'm quite excited about it. The pay is really, really good. It's better pay than my last job by quite a bit. I'm going to be pulling down about probably right around $700 a week, which is good money from where I live. Of course, the state of Illinois will see to it that they take most of the taxes out of it and rape me on that end, because that's what the state of Illinois does right now. They love to rape the citizens, raise their taxes, and then on top of it, we live in a town where taxes are going up again this year. It's not bad enough that the house taxes per year are $8,000. No, they're going to raise them next year. They are going to be, you ready for this? $11,500 next year. That's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. I don't understand it myself, but politicians, as long as they're happy, that's all that matters. They don't care about the citizens if they're bleeding their citizens dry every year or whatnot. But we go back to the good times, and the good times are right now that I will be gainfully employed full-time with benefits starting tomorrow. And that is, right now, that is a godsend, because most of the jobs I've been applying for have been the most pissy-ass fucking shithole jobs, because you can't get a job as a driver out in Illinois right now. It's next to impossible because of the taxes that the state of Illinois is putting on trucking companies. And it's just, for every driver out there, let's face it, truck driving is not the institution it used to be. It used to be a time in somebody's life like myself when I was a younger man. I could get a job. I could walk off a job, tell my boss to go scratch his balls, walk across the street, and be working in an hour. It's not like that anymore. No, unfortunately, it's not like that anymore. Now, you got to jump through fiery fucking hoops to get a job. And to emphasize that aspect of it, I just spent 2.5 hours filling out paperwork, taking some shitty little fucking 5-panel drug test, which I passed, like I had any problems. I must have wrote my name and my address down about 500 fucking times, and it was ridiculous. I don't know why getting a job is so fucking hard these days, but, what are you going to do? You're at the whim of the employers and all the rules and regulations that they have going on right now. And it's not their fault. They have to follow this bullshit that the state throws on them. So, but luckily I still have my medical card. I'm still valid on the medical card. I still have my driver's license is valid, obviously. And I'm not going to be driving an 18-wheeler. I never was into that at all. What I'll be driving is just basically a 26-foot flatbed with a trailer. And it's all local driving. And you know what? At my age, I'm fine with that. I really am fine with that. I don't need to be driving any long distances or multiple state locations anymore. The summer before last, I had a job. I was driving for a floral company. And, I was getting up at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning to make, southern Indiana by, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Or, not southern Indiana, but northern Indiana, right across the state line from us. Or, they had me doing 10, 15 stops here locally, which local driving in Chicago sucks. It sucks. I thought San Diego was bad when I lived down there, but Chicago's probably got it beat. But the good news is everything is going fantastic right now. I start tomorrow. Looking forward to it. What's nice about when you first start a job the first day is you have what's called the new guy get out of jail free card. You could fuck up big time. And all you had is, hey, first day. And they go, okay. That kind of wears off after about 5 or 6 days. Then you got to kind of start, minding your P's and Q's. But the good news is I'm back in the saddle, back behind the steering wheel again, where my monkey ass belongs. And I'm quite happy with it. And not the hoops of fire that I had to jump through to get the damn job, but I'm just happy that I got the job. It's going to take a big burden off the financial stress in the household right now. Unemployment wasn't paying very much, and it has a tendency to wear on your self-esteem. And when you figure out that you're not the big breadwinner and you're not the one holding the family together financially, it rips at you as a man. It really does. But between what I'm making and the wife is making now, we're going to be having a pretty good time. I mean, not a good time, but, life is going to be good. It's going to be good for a while. And I'll just leave it at that. And everybody have a good night. And if you've subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, I'd appreciate it if you did, because I'm going to start doing truck vlogs now. I'll give you different vlogs from different locations throughout my day, or once a day. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm still in the beginning stages of this YouTube game. Still trying to figure out exactly what it is I want to do here. But with that said, I'm out of here. If you could hit that little subscribe button, that'd be awesome. If you could just even hit the like button, I'd love that too. I'm just trying to get a grip here, like I said, on what I need to do for this YouTube thing. I'm all new to this stuff. Technology is not my friend. I'm sure one day it will be, and I'll get into edited vlogs and all that other good stuff. And I'm not trying to be famous off this. I'm just trying to get some timeline down, so later in my life I can go back and look and go, yeah, I remember that day. But everybody have a great night. Have a wonderful Wednesday night, and maybe I'll do a vlog tomorrow. Thursday, new job day vlog, and we'll go from there. And I'm coming up close to my 10-minute time frame, which I try to keep them under 10 minutes. And with that being said, have a good Wednesday night, and we will see you tomorrow. Have fun. Good Friday afternoon, everybody. This is not a truck vlog, and this is not a dog vlog. This is me in my car. I just left my first 2 days at the job, my first week, because I started on Thursday. And not bad. I got almost 20 hours in for 2 days, which is not bad considering the... let me fix this so it's a little better here. There we go. So now I got to head over to this other place. This whole time card shit they do is so fucking weird. We don't punch in. I take that back. We punch in the morning, and then when you leave. But everything else is done per job. They pay you. I get 2 different pay scales, which I didn't realize. I get a higher pay scale when I'm behind the wheel of the CDL truck because of the license, I guess. And I get $2 less an hour when I'm just hanging out in the shop doing miscellaneous shit, which is weird. I don't understand that myself. So until I'm off their, I forgot what they call it, probation. Until I'm off their probation, I have to either text or fax my timesheet over to this other joint, which is, I don't understand this job at all, but it's weird. I drive a truck sometimes. This is a sometimes driving position, meaning there is no... Yeah, I don't get in the truck in the morning and when I'm done, I'm done. I could hang around there all day doing piddly-ass shit and getting paid. As they all joke at the shop there, everybody keeps telling me that when I'm doing that, they said that they call that easy money. And I guess it really is, because I'm not really doing anything except for really, really idiotic bullshit, like taking garbage out. And so I guess it is easy money technically. I don't understand it, but it's a strange place. I don't quite exactly understand how they work and why they work the way they do, but it seems like for the bookkeeper it would be a lot of trouble to go through, because you got to write down on the piece of paper, you have to write down each little section as a job number and how long you were on that job number. So when I'm in the CDL truck, that's one job number plus the job number of the job that I'm delivering to or picking up from. So I can have up to 3 different job numbers for one trip. And I have to designate how long I spent on each one of those said trips. I mean, I never all my life, if I worked for a place that, they want you to account for every damn minute of the day. And, excuse me, although they're very nice about, I didn't get lunch both days because it just so happened I don't really like to eat during the day. And, excuse me, I got a rampant hair in my, I guess when you have a face full of hair, it happens every now and then. But I don't really care to eat too much during the day. I like to just have little light snacks, pull into a gas station somewhere, grab something, and get out. That to me is more, burst, I'm just at the windshield. That to me is more, I don't like to stop and sit down for a half an hour, because you kind of lose your momentum, if that makes any sense to you. You lose your momentum. Oh, railroad tracks. And my motto at work is get it, hit it, and quit it. I don't want to fuck around and have lunch and sit down and have meetings, and just give me what I got to do and let me finish it. That's all I want to do. But this place is weird. And I'm sure, more railroad tracks, sorry. And I'm sure as time goes on, I will eventually get their system, because they got some really doofusy guys there who, let's put it this way, they look like if there wasn't Velcro fastened shoes, they'd come to work barefoot. I'm sure they're not that bad, because they are running some heavy duty machinery. But, like anything else, you can eventually learn something, no matter how complicated it is, just simply by being involved with it at all times. This is a far cry from my last place of employment, which I'm just now passing, oddly enough. So give them a little shout out, because that's they let me go under very, very bad circumstances. I should have never lost my job there. After 5.5 years, I planned on staying there until the end of my time here in Illinois, but they saw to it differently. And that's because my boss, I wouldn't call him a boss. I call him more of a boss hole. If you know a guy by the name of Keith Feaster in Crystal Lake, Illinois, you know he's a fat dickhead. And he's a little childish prick. But that has nothing to do with here and now. That's been 2 years ago or so. But I was robbed over there. I was robbed big time. And nothing worse than having to come home and tell your wife that you just lost your job. Because, I hate disappointing my wife. I don't care what it is. I hate to disappoint that woman on any level. And that's why I pretty much don't have sex with her on a regular basis, because I would disappoint her on a much higher level then. That's a joke. You can laugh there. Feel free to laugh. Trust me, I laugh at myself all the time. So, I'm at this new place here where I gotta get out and take my my little timey card in and let them see it. So, some guy with his crutches here. He's looking at me all. Yeah. Oh boy, is he a faker? Anything for that handicap spot, huh? Alrighty. Okay, well, that's the car vlog for today. That's the entry for today. Didn't quite make my 10-minute mark, but, that's what it is. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good day. Good Thursday morning, because it is morning where I'm at right now. What I'd like to talk about today is this Florida school shooting. Now, it's a tragedy. It should never happen in America. You should not be afraid to go to school. You should not be afraid to work at a school. But here's the point that I'm going to make about this. I was watching TV and I passed through CNN. And CNN makes up more shit in the world. And right away, CNN is calling for a ban of AR-15s. Why? The gun did not kill these people. These people were killed by the nutbag who was suffering mental illness behind the trigger. That's who killed the people. The gun didn't jump up, walk into the school, and start blowing people away. The dude behind the trigger did it. Okay? I live near Chicago. Actually, I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. I'm in Wheeling, Illinois, coming to you from Wheeling, Illinois. But here's the point I'm trying to make. Why is it every time there's a shooting, be it school, restaurant, or whatever, why is it all the media jumps on the gun? Ban the gun. Ban the gun. No, don't ban the gun. And here's something that really pissed me off. This is one of the dumbest comments I read on Facebook last night. Somebody actually put on there, oh, well, with the Florida school shooting, how are you going to blame Obama? He's not in office now. Blame Obama? Why would you blame a sitting president for a school shooting? It's ridiculous. That is your typical libtard reaction to this stuff. Here's who you blame for this school shooting. You blame the American health insurance industry. Here's why. They have made it so impossible for people to get insurance that this kid has suffered mental illness in the past. They know this. His friends who knew him from this school said that he had suffered from problems. He was a nutbag. It was well known. But he couldn't get the insurance to get the help he needed. That's who we blame. We don't blame a sitting president, but I'm sure there's people going to come out and go, oh, it's Trump's fault. Trump did it all. No, Trump had nothing to do with this fucking school shooting. Obama had nothing to do with this. The only thing Obama had to do with this school shooting was that stupid Obamacare, which fucked half the nation out of insurance and gave it to the fucking deadbeats who don't want to fucking work. That's, well, you could blame Obama on this. But technically, Obama had nothing to do with this. Trump had nothing to do with this. Hang on a second here. Hillary had nothing to do with this. Sorry. I got something stuck in my fingers there. So, it's just ridiculous to sit there and say, and to honestly think that you can blame a president for a school shooting. That is just absolutely absurd and ridiculous in so many ways. That would be like saying, oh, there was a school shooting in Topeka, Kansas, so let's blame the mayor of Chicago, even though he's a dirtbag. Rahm Emanuel, if you know Rahm Emanuel, he turned our lovely city of Chicago into a sanctuary city, so now you can be a scumbag, kill people, and it's okay, don't worry about it. You're in Rahm's town now. And then Bruce Rauner, our wonderful fucking governor, has turned the entire state into a sanctuary state, so if you decide you want to commit a crime, rob a bank, kill somebody, DUI, whatever, just come to Illinois. They'll protect you because we need them. Translation, we need the votes from the illegals. Sorry. A little breakfast reminder there. But the point of the matter is really simply this. You cannot blame... Oops, sorry, hit the gas pedal. You cannot blame anybody in politics for a school shooting. You cannot blame a specific type of gun for a school shooting. You can only blame one thing on a school shooting, and that is the person pulling the trigger. Nobody else. Now, it's been proven this kid had mental problems, okay? He had mental problems. I'm not saying it makes it better for him, but when they caught him, he gave up. No, he didn't even fight with them. Okay, most people who shoot up buildings or stuff are going to fight it out with the cops because they want to die. Example, the idiots in Colorado in 2004, I believe it was, Derek Klebold and somebody, Dylan somebody. Those two nutbags. Okay, now they had an agenda. They had a plan. And due to the fact that they had a plan and an agenda, they knew they were going out. This was a revenge. This guy was just crazy. He even said on a YouTube post, I don't know how long, months, maybe a year or so ago, that he was going to go down in history as a school shooter. And nobody did anything. His friends knew about it. I believe his parents knew about it. Okay, so there at that point, you can start blaming the parents. You can start blaming the friends, too, because somebody should have said something. Now, here's the problem. If one of his friends would have spoke up, it would have never happened. Right? Well, maybe it would have. But his friend would have caught shit for it. Oh, you're turning in innocent people. You're an idiot. See where I'm going with this? It pays. It does not pay for you to be a concerned citizen and report something, because you are then labeled as a troublemaker, tattletale, whatever it is that they put the label on you of being. It's just ridiculous. And to say that an AR-15 caused all these murders, no. I have had guns in my house, and they sit in their case, and they have never once jumped out of their case, looked at me and said, I'm going out on a shooting spree. You can stay here. No, they've never done that. They've never done that. And I'm amazed because I have actually pulled them out of the case and sat there and let them sit on my table all weekend long to see if they were going to go out and go on a shooting spree. And they never have. It's just amazing. Maybe I just have well-behaved guns. I don't know. I have friends who have AR-15s. Their AR-15s have never killed anybody. They have never killed anybody. They have never killed anybody using the AR-15s. They've killed a lot of paper targets. They've killed a lot of stuff at the shooting range. But they've never killed anybody with their AR-15. So, CNN, suck a dick. You guys are so fake news. And you know, and Trump was right. CNN is nothing but fake news. They are nothing but fake fucking news. They fabricate their stuff. And this guy, you should have heard him last night. This idiot reporter. Oh, we should call for a ban of all AR-15s. This school shooting would have never happened if the AR-15s were banned. Bullshit! The kid was going to get a gun no matter come high or hell water. He was going to get a gun and he was going to go on a shooting spree. That's what he had in his head. His mind was messed up, people. He wasn't thinking properly. He was a troubled young man who is now going to spend the rest of his lives in a prison, which rightly so, he should. But if the insurance industry would have loosened up their regulations and Obamacare did not get put in place, this kid probably, most likely, could have gotten the help that he needed. And most likely, this shooting would have never happened because he would have been put on the right medication and he would have known right from wrong. You cannot blame a gun. Blaming a gun is the most stupid fucking thing you can do. It's like if I go down the road today and I purposely run this truck into a building and I kill a bunch of people. That'd be like calling for a ban on international big trucks. The truck didn't do it. I did it. I'm the guy operating this truck. If I hit something intentionally, I meant to hit it. Just like if I took a gun and I went into a school and I started shooting, which I would never do. It's my plan. Just like this poor kid, this nutball kid in Florida. He knew what he was going to do. He had been planning this. See, there's warning signs, but we are so afraid to say anything because we don't want to be labeled as tattletales. We don't want to be labeled as paranoid in this country. And then yet you got the cops with their mixed messages to us all the time. Oh, if you see something, say something. You say something, what do the cops do? Well, there's nothing we can do. I used to live in the town of Woodstock, Illinois. One day I watched 2 African-American gentlemen do a drug deal in my backyard. I called the police. I said, hey, man, these guys are doing drug deals in my backyard. This is like the 3rd time I've watched them. I call them. They send 2 cops over there. They talk to the guys. They don't search them, and they let them go. And the cop comes later and goes, well, there wasn't really much we could do. You have an eyewitness, and there's not much you can do. We live in a society of inept police. Our police force is inept. They are worthless. They only want to do is get ex-military equipment and look big and bad. And they want to use all this heavy artillery and military materials that they're getting to show off. They'll go after somebody, they'll knock their house down, burn their house down, blow it up because the guy shoplifted. I saw a video the other day where a girl got stripped at Walmart down to her underwear by a cop in front of the whole world, and she's crying and begging him to stop, and he's telling her to shut the fuck up. Well, there's a cop who's going to lose his job, and there's a girl who's going to be made a millionaire by Walmart and that police department. But, you know, to blame a gun? Really? You're going to blame a gun for somebody dying? No. You can't blame the gun. You can't blame the bullets. You can't blame anybody but the person who bought, and he bought the gun legally. Legally. Now, some of you are going to say, well, you know, if there was an AR-15 banned, he would have never bought that gun. No, he probably would not have bought that gun legally. But you know what? I can go out and score an AR-15 off the streets in about a day. All you got to do is have the money and talk to the right people, okay? The point is, putting bans on guns does not solve the problem. Making areas a gun-free zone does not solve the problem. Look at Chicago. We have some of the toughest gun laws in the country, and we have the highest murder rate in the country. The only time the murder rate goes down in Chicago is when it's below 0, because the thugs don't want to come out and freeze their asses off because their fucking pants are hanging down to almost to their knees. So, I'm done with my little rant for the day. Just pissed me off when I actually heard somebody say, well, how are you going to blame Obama on this one? Why would you want to blame Obama? The only thing Obama had to do with this is his stupid, butt-fucking ridiculous Obamacare, which was just a ploy to get the dumb Democrats to vote for him some more. That's all it was. It was a ploy for him to get dumb people who can't get jobs, who don't want to get jobs, to get insurance cheaply or free. While people like me who work, my insurance was $150 every 2 weeks for me and my wife. Obamacare came in, my company lost our insurance. Through Obamacare, it was, I believe, $1,200 or $1,300 a month. I think it was almost $1,800 a month for less coverage. That's the affordable health care. Pay more, get less. Then I had to go see some fucking doctors in some network that weren't even in my town. So guess what? I go without health insurance because I'm not going to fall victim to that fucking Obamacare bullshit. If you have Obamacare and it works for you, fantastic. It don't work for me. It's ridiculous. Remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for the ding-ding notifications, and we are out of here. I got to hit the road and get back to work. See you later. Bye. Good Friday afternoon, early evening. Now, for those of you who might be following me here on YouTube, you know that I'm in the process of moving to Florida. Well, today is first number 1 day of the move. Okay, we're still here in Illinois, but this is what we've got accomplished so far today. Let me get my fat finger out of the way there. I know it's dark in there, but we have got a lot in here so far. This has been an extremely good day, the first day. And I'm trying to see, sounds like somebody's coming up in the driveway, but they're not. It's just my idiot neighbors. But let me show you this. This is what we've hooked up with. This is what we're going to be taking down to Florida with us. Now, of course, the car. Now look at the distance between the car and that. U-Haul, why such a long distance between the two? I don't know. I think it's because the average person doesn't know how to drive with a trailer. But I am a truck driver, so pulling a trailer is really nothing new for me. But that's where we stand right now. At one point, this garage was filled. Those shelves were filled. We've been at this for about 7 hours, and we finally have got it where it should be. This is I love this. I don't know why. It's my Doctors Foster's and Smith from from the pet store place, online pet store place. I want to take it with me, so it's coming with me. But that's where we stand right now, and we're really, really getting jacked at this point because we're leaving on Tuesday. Today is Monday, and we're leaving on Tuesday. We gotta wait for the kid to come back. She's at the Dells celebrating her victory from school. And I love this. We're going to Florida, and they give us a trailer that's advertising Tucson, Arizona. Well, what are you going to do? We're just happy that we're finally getting out. Like, this has been a 6-year planning event. This has been in the works for 6 years. Since about 2000, what, 2? No, sorry, not 2. But it's been for 6 years. I can't remember exactly what year. I think it's 6 or 7 years now we've been planning this move. We've always talked about it. We've always, we've been going to Florida for the last 7 years, 2010 to 2018, 8 years, but this year to be set. But now this year, we're moving down there. So we're going to be down there. We've got a house down there. We are going to be relocating to Newport Richey, Florida, which is strange to me because I used to date a girl before I met my wife, Lisa, and I used to vacation in Florida with her. And we used to vacation at her parents' house. They live in Spring Hill. Well, from where I'm moving into Port Richey, Florida, Newport Richey, Florida, her parents live 20 minutes away. So it'll be interesting if I ever run into them because I always told them that I was going to move down here one day. And if I did, I'd stop in and see them. But I doubt I'll ever see them. But tomorrow, we got some more things. We got some house cleaning to do inside the house because, unfortunately, when you have 2 dogs, there's a lot of fur. There's lots of fur in the house. So with that, unfortunately, we have to clean pretty much tomorrow. Not looking forward to it, but it's got to get done because this house is a family member's house, and I want to make sure that it's returned to them in decent shape. But this is moving vlog number 1. Number one. And I wish everybody could come and help us. I wish I could summons up a whole bunch of people here to help us move this stuff. Because this thing right here, this mattress alone, this bastard, was a bitch to get it in there. It was unbelievable. But it's in. I mean, this is a 12-foot trailer. And we've got stuff packed up and stacked up in here and every little crevice and every little hole that you could possibly imagine things could be put in. And we can't finish packing tonight because we have to have one of the mattresses still to sleep on. This is our main mattress. This is our queen size bed that we sleep on. There's the mattress box springs for underneath it. So tonight, see now the daughter's going to be gone tonight at the Dells enjoying the Kalahari Water Park. Hi, Miranda. We are going to have to sleep on her bed, which is a mattress laying on the floor in the living room next to the fireplace. The dogs love it because they're going to sleep on the mattress with us, most likely. So you're going to have 2 grown-ass adults sleeping on a full-size mattress tonight that are used to sleeping on a monster like this. Okay? It's going to be fun. Now, one thing that I would like to be able to is this right here. Now, this It's just a locker. It's a 3-cabinet locker. I've had this for a long time. I want to take this with me. But we're looking at some really tight room here. God, that hair. Look at that hair. Isn't it lovely? That's what happens when you sweat all damn day long. And you're the grunt and the mule, and you have to pick up everything. And, of course, tomorrow I'm going to wake up. There's going to be injury city because I've already hurt my left arm. I've smashed my left knuckle, finger, elbow, and shoulder just today. That's just the right side. Left side, this hand, I overstretched it. I got some tendons that are all screwed up in there now. So thank God we got about 22 hours of a ride to go after we. But our first stop, now, if you want to know where we're going, Tuesday, when we leave here, we are going to be staying. Our first stop is going to be in Cuttawa, Kentucky, and we're going to be staying at the Relax Inn and Suites. It's a very great hotel. I've given him numerous 5-star reviews because the place is great. If you're ever looking for a place for a night or two, Relax Inns and Suites in Cuttawa, Kentucky, right off of Highway 24, you can't beat the place. Their breakfast is phenomenal. And they allow dogs because we're going to have our Rottweiler and our Shepherd with us. And we're going to pay $20 for them to come into the hotel room and sleep with us tonight. Tuesday night, excuse me. So the first night's going to be a short little night. It's only going to be about 7 or 8 hour ride to get where we're going to go. Like I said, to get to the hotel. And then Wednesday morning we get up, and that's going to be the long-ass kicker of a drive. Because, unfortunately, the situation that we have for vehicles, my wife's vehicle is already in Florida. She's been down in Florida for 4 months. But with the deal that we got going here, I have to take that because my car is the only car that has a towing package on it. Oh, and here's a little note for you. If you ever rent a trailer from U-Haul, remember one thing. They do not supply the ball hitch. You have to supply it into your own receiver. They don't do that. Is that not the stupidest fucking thing you've ever heard of? You rent trailers. This is your livelihood. You rent trailers, but you don't rent ball hitches. They don't have a single ball hitch in that whole fucking U-Haul place. Because the guy says to me, he goes, well, I hope you have a ball hitch. And I said, well, yeah. My car came with a towing package. It comes with a ball hitch. It comes with all the accessories that I need. Oh, because we don't rent them. You don't rent them? How fucking stupid is that? So if you get out to U-Haul, and even though you might have the car that can take it, you need that ball hitch. You need that ball hitch right there. And mine has never been used. Oh, one other thing. We did have problems. The connectors right down here. Where is it? This piece right here. That's where the trailer lights connect. Well, the problem we had, because this car is 11 years old, it didn't have. It never was. That was hardly ever used. It was used when the vehicle was brand new. The guy who owned it before me took it to Pennsylvania a couple times and pulled a trailer. So it sat for the longest time and it got kind of corroded. So, of course, I had to fix that because they won't do that. Isn't that nice? So I fixed it, even though he stood there and watched me, telling me how to do it. And the guy there, he did not like me because I'm a truck driver, okay? I understand trailers. I understand hooking up trailers. I understand pulling trailers. I understand trailer brakes and all that because that's my job. And this guy wanted to argue with me. Didn't want me to hook the trailer up. Kept asking me if I understood what I was doing. Do you know how to drive a trailer? U-Haul trailers are different. How the fuck is a U-Haul trailer different than any other trailer? I'm used to hauling heavy-ass fucking equipment on trailers behind pickup trucks and regular and full-size CDL trucks. How is this little 12-foot trailer going to be any different for me? It's not. I think the guy just felt that he had to feel like he was empowered. So, it's cool. But, with that being said, I'm over my 10-minute limit, which anybody who watches my videos understands that I do not like to go more than 10 minutes because it has been proven that after 10 minutes, people start to tune you out. And I'm already 31 seconds into being tuned out. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it off right here. This was Moving Vlog, Florida Bound, vlog number 1. Now, I am going to be doing them throughout our trip. So if you want to follow my trip down to Florida and you want to see all the excitement that we're going to have, follow me, okay? Subscribe, like this video, subscribe to my my little series here. I mean, Adam the Woo did the Route 66 thing, and I watched that, so maybe he'll watch me. So, Florida bound, vlog number 1, over. Oh, good Wednesday, and welcome to vlog number 4 about the move. Now, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow I will have been in Florida for a full week, and I have to say I'm obviously not regretting it in any way. Unfortunately, if you ever move to Florida, don't move down here during the rainy season, because it has rained every stinking day since we've been here. But it's really still not that bad. Last night I got to witness some hardcore raw nature in my backyard. We witnessed a snake eating a frog in one of our trees. I did record it. Felt kind of bad. I wanted to help the frog, but I was always told by my grandfather never to interfere with nature because it's just a chain of life. It's meant to be. It still sucked. I felt bad for the frog, but from what I understand, he'll be okay. No, he is now somebody's lunch, unfortunately. Well, like I said, Thursday, tomorrow, I will have been here for 1 week. And we were just talking about it last night, me and my wife and my daughter were talking about the move in general and how easy it seemed for us to get down here. We had a lot of obstacles the last 4 months before we moved down here. The house behind me was found by my wife just literally in the 11th hour before we were supposed to move. So, yeah, it was rough. But then, as things got better, I'm sorry, I'm listening off in the background. Did you hear that? Now he stops. I'm not real familiar with Florida wildlife, so I have no idea what that sound is. That. Well, apparently every time I stop talking, he stops grunting. But it's, we're not in a real bad area. I would suggest that if you move down here, if you're looking for a cheap area to live like we did, we cut our rent and our expenses from Illinois to Florida in half. Easily in half. We were paying $1,300 a month in Florida, in Illinois, excuse me, for now granted, we had a much bigger house, okay? I know you can't compare apples to oranges like that, but I'm just trying to give you an idea how runaway everything is in Florida, I keep saying Florida, in Illinois. We had a 4-bedroom, 2-car garage. The master bedroom, which was me and my wife's room, that was an unusual bedroom. We will know that was a customized bedroom for the house. That was a custom built bedroom. I just realized my license plates are in the picture here. But that was like an 800 square foot room. Probably even more. Now, you go from that to this. This is very small. But the good thing is, now, if you're coming down, here's a tip for you to move to, if you're moving to Florida in the future and you have dogs. The bigger your dog, the harder it's going to be for you to find a place to rent. And if your dog is a Rottweiler, Pit Bull, German Shepherd, you are going to be next to impossible to find a house. The reason we are living here is because every place else that my wife went to go look at a house while she was down here was all, yeah, great, no problem. You can move in tomorrow. Oh, yeah, fantastic. Oh, we have dogs. Oh, no problem. Don't worry about it. What kind of dogs? Rottweiler. I'm sorry. See ya. And that's how fast it gets over with. They literally down here, they are so prejudiced against Rottweilers, Shepherds, Pit Bulls. And I understand why. Traffic. I understand why. Because a majority of the a-holes here in Florida who own those specific breeds of dogs are dicks. They teach their dogs to be mean. They think it's cool to walk the dog down the street with a 2-inch chain wrapped around its neck with a master lock holding it together. They think it's cool that the dog, it looks like it's going to rip somebody's face off just by looking at them. And I understand that. Now, I am not that way. I have a Rottweiler and I have an Akita. And my dogs are not trained that way. Granted, my Rottie will stand up to you if you break into our house. She'll hurt you. But I can walk her in any situation and she's friendly to people. The Akita's the same way. He'll rip your fucking head off if you try to break in the house. But if you walk in the house and he knows it's me with you, you're fine. But just moving to Florida tip, if you're planning on doing so, be careful. Make sure that you have a house. Make sure that they know that you have big dogs if you do. Because most places will ask you to carry additional insurance on your dogs. And they will ask you for an additional increase every month if you have big dogs. Which is stupid. Because there are children who will destroy a house faster than a dog will. There are children that will cause problems faster than a dog will. And, a lot of these landlords are scumbags. They really are out here in Florida. They're scummy people. I think our landlord's a pretty cool dude. I don't know anything about the man. I've only met him. Well, actually seen him once. I've never really physically walked up and talked to him. But we did see each other in the driveway the other day. But most of these, if you can see these, let me see if you can get right back here. This house right back here. It is the shittiest fucking house you've ever wanted to look. And my landlord owns this one, that one, all the houses down there. He owns them all. He's been doing this for 40 years, so, whatever. He seems like a nice guy. I'm not going to fault him because I don't know the man all that well. But I do have to say thank you to him for allowing us to have our dogs, for allowing us not to have to live in a campground for the first couple months or whatever it might have been. We were down here looking for a place because that was our next option, was to live in a campground. And I would have done it to get down here. I absolutely would have done it. It would not have bothered me in the slightest to live in a campground. But luckily, I don't have to do that. Wow. I don't know if you can see that back there. I don't know what that was. I think it was a wood stork just flew right over the top of my house. That was huge. That's another thing. If you move down to Florida, the wildlife is phenomenal down here. You can see almost any kind of exotic animal you think of. Obviously within reason. Obviously not going to see a fucking giraffe walking down the streets of Tampa or anything like that. But it is great if you're into wildlife. And if you're into the beaches, it's a fantastic area. I moved down here because I wanted to be someplace where it was warm. I've wanted to move down south. Not necessarily Florida, but I've always wanted to live down south. My family on my father's side is from Mississippi. I have lots of family still down in Mississippi. I unfortunately could not see myself living in Mississippi. Not in the slightest. I gotta walk over here because some bum fuck's walking down the street here looking at me. So I could not see myself in Mississippi. That's just a fact. It's not my thing. Nothing against the state of Mississippi. Got lots of relatives down there. But it's not the state for me. And just personal reasons why I don't like Mississippi. I lived there for a little while and did not really care much for it. Let's see if my bum's gone here now. I'll show you where it is at here. There he is, right there. Yeah. Now, I did have kind of an interesting experience the other day. I took my wife to work, and let me show you here. And when I bring her home, it's early in the morning. It's like 5:15, 5:30 when I get back here. So I took the dogs for a walk down this street here. Now I got 2 big dogs on leads, okay? And I'm walking them. And I get down the end of this road. As I'm coming back, there's 2 guys from down over there. Way down there, there's some sort of public housing something or other. It's way, way down the road. But these fucking bums that live down there, they walk up here past our house because the liquor store is that way. So, these 2 bums are out walking. I got my dogs. And as they start to notice me, they don't see the dogs right away because it's still kind of dark out. So what they did was they split. One went to the one side of the street, one went to the other side of the street. Now, I'm not stupid. I know what that means. That means I'm about to get my ass fucking mugged. They're looking to roll me. So I immediately get into the street light and out pop the 2 dogs. Well, then all of a sudden their whole attitude changed. Then one guy came back across the street. And as I got closer, the guy's like, "Hey, dude, what's up, man? How are you?" And this is what he's doing to me. He's giving me the peace sign. I was like, "Fantastic. I'm fine. Thank you." "Hey, man, those are some cool dogs." I go, "Yeah, they sure are. And they're very well trained. They will rip your ass off if I tell them to." And the guy just kind of looked at me like, "Oh, whatever." I want to send a clear message to these bums down there. Don't fuck with me, okay? Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my house. Don't fuck with my wife or my daughter or my dogs. And we'll have no problem. I've had just a few encounters with some of the scums down that way. One was the night we moved in here. Piece of shit riding up on his bike. Big, fat, slobby piece of shit riding a bike, and he's drunk, and he's all over the road. It's 2:30 in the morning, and he comes flying up around by me, and he almost hits my car, and he turns around and he looks at me and goes, "Dude, you almost scared the shit out of me." And it's all he kept saying for like 5 minutes was, "Dude, dude." He's giggling and laughing, acting like a little fucking 5-year-old baby. And he's like, "You scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what I was going to do. Oh, dude." Finally, I just got pissed off, and I said, "Well, why don't you just fucking paddle your fat ass down the road and leave me alone?" "Dude, why are you so harsh?" "Because you're a fucking idiot, that's why." But everybody else that I've run into out here so far is okay. All right, there's some fucking weird people in Florida, man. I mean, there's weird people no matter where you go, but there are some weird motherfuckers out here. There are. Just very strange individuals. The things that one day you hear and you go, "No, nobody's that stupid. I'll never hear something that stupid in my life again." The next day, somebody tops it. That is Florida in a nutshell. Now, don't get me wrong. I still am happy to be here. I will not leave here because this is where I belong. I should be down in Florida. I should be down south. And this is where I need to be. So, but you know, you're gonna have your moments anywhere you move. You know, when it's new, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know where you're going, you don't know your way around town. All that, and a lot of things you're gonna be kind of thrown back at by, you know, and I'm experiencing that right now. Like I said, I haven't even been here a week yet, but I think it's pretty much about it. So if you like to hear some of my adventures in Florida from Illinois, of course, this is moving vlog number 4. So if you want to hear more of these, because I will be doing more of them in the air, going to be coming from Florida from now on, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Or if you just like this video, just hit the like button. It'll make me feel good about myself, and that's all that matters. What else? Oh, yeah, hit that little bell icon, and every time I put up another one of these boring videos that takes 10, 15 minutes of your life away that you never get back, you'll get to know when they're out. And like I said, with that being said, I am out of here until the next one, which will be vlog number 5. And with that, vlog number 4 is done and in the books. And we will see everybody on the next one. Have a great day. Good Wednesday to you from, once again, my backyard in Florida. Today, I wanted to address something that has been going around on Facebook now for a couple days. I don't know if you're familiar with this ex-Disney idiot, Demi Lovato. Okay, first off, she's an absolute no-talent hack who deserves no press, deserves no sympathy, but yet there are hundreds of people on Facebook. Pray for Demi. Pray for Demi. Oh, the poor girl. The poor girl? Well, wait a minute. First off, the chick's been fucking Looney Tunes in the head since she was a little girl, okay? I think first thing we should start to blame people is blame the parents. Because the parents forced her into being a Disney child star. Now, if your child goes fucking bonkers and goes to the zoo when there's no animals there, and you still push her to be a actor, whatever the hell she's supposed to be. They say she's a singer, they say she's an actor. I've never seen anything from the bitch that even indicates any of those. But as parents, if you know that your child is going south of the border mentally, and you continue to push her, you should be ashamed of yourself as a parent, first off. I wouldn't push my daughter to do anything that she didn't want to do, period. I mean, obviously, chores and stuff like this, you got to do that stuff, but now you have this Demi, I believe her name's Demi Lovato. I don't know for sure. I think it's Demi Lovato. One of the best things, and you can Google this on YouTube. She was a host, she was a judge on an American Idol type show. I think it was even American Idol. I'm not positive, but I think it was. And some guy is up there and he's singing, and she just rips him a new asshole right there on TV. You know, you're pitchy, you stink, you can't carry a tune, blah, blah, blah. And the best thing from him was, oh, really? And when was the last time you had a hit record out, bitch? She was flabbergasted. She didn't know what to say. She didn't know what to do. She just sat there with the dumbest look on her face, which is 90% of the time she's awake. But now we are supposed, as a collective society in America, we are supposed to feel sorry for her because she chose to do heroin because she's fucking fucked up in the head. We are supposed to feel sorry for her because she did heroin. Let that sink in for a little bit, okay? She chose to do heroin. Okay? However, she put it up her nose, she smoked it, she shot it in her veins, whatever she did heroin. And we're supposed to feel sorry for her. I really hope I don't have to explain how absurd this sounds. Okay, if I did heroin tomorrow, would Demi Lovato feel sorry for me? No. So why am I supposed to feel sorry for Demi Lovato because she's a stupid bitch who can't keep her fucking screws tightened in her head? Why? Where is it written that I'm supposed to feel sorry for any Hollywood B-list celebrity, D-list celebrity, Hollywood elitist, anybody from that realm? Where is it written that we as Americans are supposed to feel sorry for these stupid people when they cry, I have too much money and I made a bad decision? I make bad decisions all the time. I don't have hundreds of thousands of people walking up to me going, dude, we feel so sorry for you, man. But we're there for you. We're there for you, man. Don't worry, you'll pull through. Really? Really? I got into a little bit of an argument on Facebook with somebody who is a prime example of these idiot fans who feel that we're supposed to kiss ass on every Hollywood elitist that has the slightest problem. But they're also the same ones who say, well, what about American veterans who are having hard times, who are on drugs because the VA has screwed them? Oh, well, they're stupid. They're homeless. Who cares? But we're supposed to feel sorry for a poor little rich girl who made a bad choice in life and decided, I'm going to, after getting clean, after rehab, after taking years of sobriety under her belt. What, she get bored one day? Life wasn't thrilling enough for her, so somebody said, hey, let's do some heroin? And she went, okay. Oh no, I did heroin. I have to be rushed to the hospital. Here, quick, put my publicist on this. Okay, let's spin the story. No, it wasn't heroin she was on. She's not feeling good. She's suffering from exhaustion. That's why she was taken to the hospital, not because she was on heroin. Bullshit. The police report even states that she was given Narcan to revive her. They don't give Narcan to people just because they feel bad and they're exhausted. They give Narcan to people who are stupid enough to put fucking heroin in their body. I don't care how you put heroin in your body with all the modern information at our fingertips. Google, Yahoo, any search engine you can think of. Just type in effects of heroin and guess what it says? Death. Okay? And if you have millions of dollars like this stupid has, don't you have trainers sitting there who go, hey, Demi, look, I know you probably already know this, but, if you do that heroin, it's not going to be good for you. No, because these jagoffs don't want to lose their jobs, so they turn a blind eye to it. Oh, well, she was on heroin? We had no idea. Really? That's like saying the people that lived with Michael Jackson had no idea he was doing, what was that, Port Proval, or whatever that stupid drug was that he used to call milk. I want some milk. Tell Dr. Conrad, give me some milk. When you have too much money, you do stupid shit. But when you have too much money and you do stupid shit and you're a Hollywood elitist or in that realm to some degree, you have publicists who come behind you and say, no, no, no. We need to feel sorry. We need to pray for her right now. We need to pray for her. Are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't pray for that bitch if she showed up in my driveway with a sack of money. I wouldn't pray for any fucking addict. If you're stupid to put cocaine, heroin, crack, meth into your body with all the information that's out there, that's available, and it's available free, mind you, if you still do that, you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. With a capital I. There's actually people on Facebook who are starting prayer chains for Demi. We have to help her with prayer. Okay, praying for a loser has-been who likes to do heroin because she's bored and she's a few screws, short of a fucking whatever in her brain, is like saying, I'm a heroin addict and I'm going on a faith-based recovery. Faith-based recovery is another fucking bullshit term that means nothing. If you have a dude and he's popping heroin for 20 years in his veins and he's fucked up, and one day you say to this guy, hey, here's a Bible. Read the Bible. It'll help you. No. That jerk isn't going to crack open that Bible any more than he cracked it open when he was doing heroin. The only time heroin addicts pray is when they're looking for their dealer. Please, God, let him show up. I need that hit. Let my dealer show up, God. Please, where is he? Make him show up at my house. That's the praying they do, okay? If you're so weak-minded that you cannot overcome a drug or any substance, be it food, drugs, sex, liquor, the problem is up here. This is where addiction starts, up here. I shouldn't say it's where it starts. This is where addiction lives, up here. Addiction starts when you're a stupid fuck and somebody goes, hey, want to do some heroin? And you go, okay. It's called a bad decision, a bad choice. And it's a bad decision and a bad choice that you as the individual who made that bad decision or that bad choice has to live with. It's not my problem that you stuck a needle in your arm for the first time. It's not my problem you're sucking dick in a bathroom stall at a truck stop to get $20 to buy another hit of crack. It's not my problem you're passed out and your wife's going to leave you because you're a drunk. Those are not my problems. Nor do I feel necessary for me to be burdening God and Jesus, our Lord and Savior, for an answer to your end. Okay? I got my own problems. I got real world problems. Okay? I got things called bills that have to be paid. I don't see anybody starting a prayer chain for Jim. Hey man, that guy Jim, he needs our prayers. Really? Why? Is he addicted? No. Is he a drunk? No. Is he a wife beater? No. Well, what's his problem? He has bills to pay, man. He needs all the help he can give him. Well, let's start a prayer chain. Dear Jesus, God above, help Jim pay all his bills. Please. Okay, it's just as silly when you ask God or whoever your deity is, whoever you pray to, be it Jesus, be it Beelzebub, be it a cricket in the field, whatever. It's not your job to ask that individual, that God of yours, to pray for some dumbass who has all the resources in the world to get out of the situation she is in. But because she's fucking Fruit Loops up in the head a little bit and nobody wanted to treat her when she was younger, we're all just supposed to sit back and go, poor Demi Lovato. I feel so sorry for Demi. I'm going to pray so hard tonight for her. I'm going to say, fuck all my problems, Lord. Let's just make sure Demi Lovato gets all the prayers tonight. Now, bear in mind, this is the same woman that if you shot up heroin and you became an addict and you said to her, oh my God, hey, Joe down the street there, he just shot up heroin and now he to Demi, you know what she'd say? The fuck do I care? What the fuck do I care about Joe down the street? Well, you know what, Demi Lovato? Chances are you're never going to see this video. But for all your fans that do see this video, fuck you, Demi Lovato. You are a fucking has-been, worthless piece of fucking shit. Get your fucking head out of your ass. Straighten your life up. You want to be a role model? That's what she said. That's one of the quotes I read. I want to be a role model again. She was a role model? You want your little girls to grow up looking at this idiot and go, I want my daughter to be just like her. Health problems, mental problems, eating problems, yeah. Then as a parent, you're fucked in the head. You really are, okay? Just remember, some of the most fucked up people in society are the kids who were Disney stars. Okay? Just look at any of them. Pick any one. They've all got problems. They've either committed suicide, they're whoring themselves out. That's because Disney screwed with them. They were fucked by the mouse, okay? And the mouse don't care as long as the mouse gets his cheese every month. It's all he cares about. Disney is an evil corporation that kills children's innocence off. That's why I refuse to go to Disney parks, anything Disney. I refuse to do it because they're just evil. They're like Walmart. They're an evil fucking corporation that should not even be around. But I'm going to end this here because the mosquitoes are getting to me. So we've had a lot of rain in Florida lately. So we got a lot of mosquitoes popping out. But bottom line, Demi Lovato, you are a complete waste of human life. You don't deserve one shred of prayer. You put yourself in the situation you are in. And I feel no remorse for you. I feel no love for you. I feel nothing for you, Demi Lovato. Just like I feel nothing for any heroin addict, crack addict, any of those people like that. I feel nothing for you because you ultimately made the choice to do what you're doing the first time. You okayed it. You were the corporation. You were in charge of your own body. You okayed. You put the stamp of approval on doing your drug of choice or leading the life that you're leading right now. I hate when people say, especially girls, when they do this shit. Oh, well, I do what I do because my parents didn't love me and my daddy, he was never around. Oh, wah. You can't blame something that happened to you when you were a child on how you act when you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. That's called an excuse. That's called a way out. That's called passing the buck. If you do too many drugs, stop. Get the help. It's out there. Rehab is a joke, but some people pray by it. Some people praise it. If it works for you, it works for you. I think it's a joke. Along with faith-based recovery. It's a joke. It doesn't work. It does not work. What works is cold turkey, helping them through the pain, getting their head straight, teaching them what's right from wrong. That's what helps. Nothing else fucking helps. It's just straight on, bing bang, in your face truth. That's what helps. None of this fucking praying for God to help me recover or let me understand why it is I do what I do. No, you do what you do because you okayed it the first time. And it is not a disease. It is absolutely not a disease. 100% not a disease. It is stupidity. It is complete and utter stupidity on your behalf because you ultimately okayed the first time you did whatever it is you did that has caused you to live this life. You did it to yourself. I didn't do it to you. The guy you were partying with didn't do it to you. If somebody offers you something at a party and you've never taken drugs in your life, and then all of a sudden you go, hell yeah, let's try this. And all of a sudden now you're in the bathroom sucking a dick to get your next hit. That ain't my fault. That's your fault. That is 100% your fault. You did this to yourself. No, mosquito flew in my mouth. Nobody did it to you. You did it. You. Not me. Not the guy down the street. Not the drug dealer. You. So the bottom line is, be strong in the head. Learn to say no. Learn to walk away from temptations if you know that they're bad for you. And don't use the excuse, well, I didn't know it was going to be that bad the first time. Really? With all the information that's out there, mosquitoes. With all the information that's out there available to us on almost any level, print form, social media, in libraries, doctors' offices, public health departments, other people who've been down those roads, and you're going to say you didn't know? No, you knew. You just wanted an excuse to do what you were going to do the first time. And if you're in that situation, too fucking bad. Too fucking bad. You got yourself in there, get yourself out. That's what my grandfather would have told me. And that's what I'm going to tell you. With that being said, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, but more importantly, hit the subscribe button, please. I don't care if you never watch another single video, but hit that subscribe button, because I'm not going to lie to you. I need the subscriptions. I really do. I need people to hit that button. I'm at 21, and I've been climbing slowly. I just started this a couple months ago. So, and I'm not going to be like these other people that sit out here and lie to you and go, oh, just hit it because. No, hit it because it's going to benefit me. All right? It's going to benefit me, and I'm not bullshitting you. That's the honest to God truth. It's going to benefit me if you hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that subscribe button and you leave me a comment, I will mention you in the next video. I will tell the whole world what a great person you are. But I need your name, and I need you to hit that subscription button. So, like, subscribe, please. And hit that bell notification icon there, and you'll get to see the next time I'm out here ranting about shit that pretty much only concerns me. But I have fun doing it. It's a great outlet. I suggest if you don't have a YouTube channel, get one so you can rant on your own little soapbox and have a great time. And with that being said, I am out of here, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. From Florida, we will see you next time. See ya. Hello, everybody in YouTube land. I am at the University of Tampa today. We're dropping off our daughter, and we're walking around the campus right now and seeing what we can see. So let's see what we can see. And as you can see, lots of people moving in. It is just an incredible, incredible day here today. There are people everywhere, from every part of the country, from every part of the world. It's just a hodgepodge of people here today. And here, this is the, what is this again? Something, there it is. The Skype's Chapel. We even have religion on this campus. Do you believe that shit? Look at this. I mean, just a sea of people everywhere. Just everywhere. Now, when we were here in September of last year, we got to go inside here. We got to actually see one of the biggest pipe organs in the entire country. I don't know if that's important to you or not, but we got to see it nonetheless. Now, behind me over here is the John Sykes, right? John Sykes College of Business. One of the best business schools in the land is right there. Now, I thought this was an interesting shot behind me here. I just thought this was interesting, so I thought I'd let you guys see it. Okay, now I'm inside the John Sykes, or no, the Sykes